If you go to Shelby Township Library on a Wednesday, there's a good chance you'll see a nicely dressed man with a laptop sitting at the table near the hallway door. If you know who this man is, there's a good chance you needed tech help, and Herb the tech tutor was there for you. Herb Menard volunteers his time throughout the week to help folks with technology issues and to teach them how to navigate our complex wired world. We caught Herb on a rare break from helping out patrons and asked him how he first got started working with technology.
When I graduated from high school, computers were just beginning to get involved in manufacturing, banking, hospitals, those kinds of things. And so looking for a career, I decided to start looking for opportunities and what was out there, and computers seemed to be a good area to get involved in. In my research, I found that they had a lot of employment opportunities and a decent wage. And so I was fortunate enough to have a person who I went to high school with that was already working in the computer industry. He was able to get me into a training program, and then from there I went into working at a hospital, and I leveraged that into a 45-year career with computers, the last 25 years with Hewlett-Packard.
Today we take technology for granted, but Herb will be the first to tell you that things were much different in the early days of computing.
So back then, they don't even have an RCA Spectrum was the computer I was working on, and it's not even in existence anymore, but it would fill a room about 10 by 10, and punch cards, tape, and it had a printer that went like 1,100 lines a minute. You're carrying in your smartphone more power than on the very first computer I worked on.
After retirement, it didn't take Herb very long to be involved with technology once again.
Well, after I left Hewlett-Packard after 25 years, I just couldn't sit around and do nothing, so I was looking for something to keep me busy and utilize my computer skills and experience. And so I went on the web and I started looking for volunteer positions. I ran across the United Way website that had all the volunteer jobs in Michigan, and so happened the library that was close to my house, Crane Library in Heartland, Michigan, was looking for a technical person to come in and help their patrons. So I worked there for about 4 years, and then when I moved over here to Macomb in 2014, so I found Shelby. I talked to Katie Esther, the director, and she jumped at the chance, says, "When can you start?" And so I've been at Shelby Library now for 12 months, and I'm every Wednesday from 12 to 4.
We asked Herb about some of the tech problems he has helped people with since he's been coming to the library.
When I first started this thing, most of the people were coming in with laptop problems. You know, how do I go on the network? I've got this virus, how do I get rid of it? My PC's running slow. So those were what I was doing initially. It seems lately now everybody's got a tablet or a Kindle or a smartphone, and so they're asking all their questions that deal with how do I get an ebook or an audiobook. And so you can see we do a lot of things that are pretty simple to very complex. But what's kind of neat about it, I learn a lot of things. I'm learning as much as the people that are coming in because they're bringing me things that I may not know, so I have to learn it and then teach it to them when they come back the next day. So it's a learning experience for me, and I'm helping people to do things that they may have to go to the Geek Squad for.
You can find Herb at the Shelby Library on Wednesdays from noon to 4, and we urge viewers to watch Herb's entire interview on the upcoming library show here on Shelby TV. I'm Paul Morrow reporting for Shelby This Week.